Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 14th to the 20th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people and the message from Spirit out to more people. So, thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below, and you'll be able to set up a reading there. So I look forward to reading for you. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Okay. So we are crowned here by the Four of Swords reversed. Okay. This is going to be a week where we want to burn the candle at both ends. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you're not going to listen to me, but don't do it. Don't do it, Gemini. And we're also going to have a hard time acknowledging like the power in our story. We can be really hard on ourselves. And that can also be because we're tired. Okay. So taking care of ourselves is going to be really important. Prioritizing our sleep. I know I myself have trouble with that. So here, just being kind with yourself, slowing things down is going to be really, really, really important. But we can find ourselves just like wanting to zone out and not wanting to refuel. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to the Eight of Pentacles. Workaholic, that makes perfect sense with us burning the candle at both ends. I can get more done. If I just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing, I'll be more productive. Everything will go better. I'll have more money in the bank. But if we burn out and then have to take time off because we're sick or, we're not producing as well as we should be, like, think of that. That will slow everything down. So just being aware of this is going to be super important here for us, Gemini, and also knowing that we're going to be really, really good at our job, at what we're doing, and I just keep on hearing bringing in the money, honey. I think that's so funny. Bringing in the money, honey. It moves us then to the 10 of Cups. This is happiness, and this is joy, and this is prosperity, and this is success. But this is, and they all live happily ever after. This is saying, this is my happy space. This is what I'm passionate about. It might not be, this might not be our job that brings in our main income. This might be a side project that we are absolutely the most passionate about. It doesn't have to bring in any money, it just fuels us up. But the 10 of Cups is moving forward in happiness and in gratitude. It is seeing ourselves as unbelievably blessed. And it's listening to the chatter of the negativity of the world and say, that can be your story. It's not mine. And that can be really, really hard in our world today. I'm sure it was hard in yesteryear, but when you are bombarded by so many different people's stories, so much intensity, so much sorrow as well, it can make us doubt our own happiness or the right to be happy. And the way that we combat darkness is through happiness, is through joy, is through success, the success of the spirit. It moves us then to the Queen of Pentacles reverse. So we can be having a bit of difficulty with earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If we have earth sign energy in our chart, if we are born on the cusp with Taurus, this can be hard for us. We might be looking at this part of our personality and not getting on with it at all. So just be aware of it. That can be hard on a person. We can also have earth sign energies in our life that we're like, oh my gosh, you're being so rigid. You're being so stubborn. What is wrong with you? It's like you've dug your heels in and really seriously, like that's your hill. Be aware of that. Be aware of that during this time. We can say that to ourselves too. If we have earth sign energy in our chart, we can also have a hard time seeing ourselves as successful, which is interesting with how much we're working, but that could be why we're working, because we don't see ourselves as successful. And it's not like why I'm working is because I don't see myself as successful. It is why I'm working so hard, why I'm not letting myself rest, why I'm not letting myself slow down is because I don't see myself as the success that I am. And Spirit's like, cut it out. Cut it out right now. The Queen of Pentacles is luxury, luxury, luxury. It does not mean that you have to go and only buy from luxury brands or have the best, newest everything. What it means is that you take care of yourself. What it means is that you dress in a way that you are proud of, right? Instead of, we all get there when we get like overworked and we're tired and it's like, okay, I'm just going to throw on whatever is the easiest. And I'm not talking if you have a baby and you need to throw on things that can get spit up on or anything like that. So be kind to yourself if you're in that type of situation. But just know here, it's about being happy with you. And it's looking at yourself and being like, yeah, I've got this. So being aware of that, that is going to be just super, super important. We can also have somebody in our life who is going through that season where they just don't feel good about themselves. They're just not dressing for themselves. They're just not, letting themselves shine. And we can go in there, Gemini, in our lovely Gemini way. We're very good with colors and energy and lifting and uplifting people and helping people find their balance. So that can also be it. Oh, the Four of Pentacles reverse. I love that for us. I myself am also a Gemini, so I'm always excited. But here with the Four of Pentacles reverse, we are releasing toxicity. This is vampiric energy. These are people like, stealing our joy, stealing our happiness, stealing our power, making us feel like we can't, making us feel drained, making us feel overwhelmed, which, is interesting that we have the repeat of the number 4 reverse. 4 is a stabilizing number, right? The 4 walls of a house, security, safety. We might not be feeling very secure, very safe in a certain situation. That's why we're working so hard to get ourselves to another one, putting that out there because I do know that it is true for a couple of people who are listening right now. You are getting to that place of security, most definitely, but we are also releasing the vampiric energy that's not letting us see our own successes. That makes us think that we are never going to be successful. We're never going to move forward. They were right about what they said about us once upon a time when they said, you'll just need to be taken care of, or you'll never amount to anything, or you'll just end up like I've heard people be told, like, you'll just end up in prison. It doesn't matter. Like, what the heck is that? No, absolutely no. Absolutely no. Those people can go and take a long walk off a short pier. We have justice coming in. You are getting your justice. You are. You're getting your justice. You're getting your prosperity. You are getting your success. You are going to be finding your balance during this week. And as you find your balance, you know yourself. As you find your balance, you see yourself. This is also strong Libra energy, time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. That is going to be very powerful. This is justice. This is balance. This is beauty coming forward. This is also a sense of like, I know my truth, right? I know me. This isn't being just and fair to absolutely everybody. That will destroy us. This is being just and fair to us and saying, this is what I need in order to move forward in the power of me. And it brings us then to the Ace of Wands. It brings us then to passion, to fire, to tenacity. Now, we don't have a court card that takes this wand, but we shine with it. People looking in at us are like, wow, Gemini, you got it going on. You know what you're doing. You know what you're going after. You're embracing your fire, your prosperity, your success, your bounty, right? We could be having a hard time. People won't see it. They'll be like, you're great. You're great. And that can be hard. So just being aware of that is going to be super important because others look in and they can have their jealousy. I mean, we're living in our happiness, but it is a conscious effort every single day to say, I'm going to be happy. And some days we're not going to be as happy as others. So just be aware of that. But also we can find our happy place in our work or in what we are very passionate about and driven towards. It moves us to our spirit energy, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Robin reverse. And it says, new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. And the reason why this card is reversed is because Spirit just underlined the last sentence. Reach out and embrace it. We are having trouble reaching out and embracing prosperity, success, bounty. A new potential, growth and potential is on the horizon. And we're looking at it and thinking, I don't think I can. I don't think that's for me. And Spirit's like, oh, yes, it is. Take it now. So just be aware of that. Just be aware that there's going to be a very pushy energy around us, pushing us in a certain direction, giving us recurring dreams, having us look at things a certain way. And you know what you have to say? Yes, Spirit. Yes, Spirit, I am open to this. Yes, Spirit, I'm moving forward in this energy, and mean it fully with your being. It's like the blockages that were up, I'm letting fall down. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the inner child. Our heart chakra, right? This is our heart chakra. Our heart chakra needs to connect with our inner child. it's just like absolutely our inner child is coming forward. We're going to be saying things like, oh my God, I loved this when I was little. Like, oh my God, this brought me so much joy. Oh my gosh, I always wanted to. That's the energy that's going to come forward because we're letting ourselves move forward in the love of ourselves, which stems from when we're like 120 all the way down to when we were 0. Okay? Or we were babies that weren't born yet, all the way down to the very beginning, the very conception of us. So we're letting that energy, we're letting that love shine forward. And it brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the King of Wands. This is somebody with a bad temper, bad attitude. Interesting that they want to take our Ace of Wands energy. So just beware of that. Our Ace of Wands energy, they're going to be the type of person who will take credit for everything that we've done. Be like, thank you, I did that. No, you didn't. No, you did not. You did not do that. I did. And that's what we have to say. And that's going to be hard for us. The King of Wands, when it's reversed, when it's a negative energy, is a bully and a brute and a person who is fiery. I mean, this can also be a person who's like fantastic to be with, like especially romantically. Like, oh my gosh, has no follow through, has no commitment. So just be mindful about that. Fun, sure, but at what cost? So just be aware of this. With the Four of Swords reverse, this is a time where we need to remember to rest, to take care of ourselves, and to honor our story. We're not going to want to, okay? We're going to want to move forward, and then we can also try to like rewrite things so that it just sounds better, so that we didn't like make the mistakes that we had made, or we're going to be very harsh on ourselves when we weren't perfect. And Spirit's like, no, the best part of the story is when you're not perfect. When you're reading a book, when you're watching a movie, you don't want to see two people being perfect all the time, or a whole bunch of people being perfect all the time, or one person being perfect all the time. It's boring. It's just boring. They need to have that trauma drama there. And it brings us to the Eight of Pentacles. It's working hard. It's diligent. It's determined. We can be a bit of workaholic this week, so just know that. With the 10 of Cups, it is embracing our love. It is moving us forward in our heart. It is saying, this is what I love. This is what I'm happy about. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I'm moving forward in. But with the Queen of Pentacles, we have to remember to take care of ourselves. Like here, this actually totally lines up with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. We don't want to take care of ourselves. It's not want to. We don't feel like we have the time to, or that we deserve it, or you know what, I'm tired, close enough is good enough. And it doesn't mean that we have to be perfect. It's just like, I'm so overwhelmed. I can't, I want to say I don't care, because we do get to that point, Gemini. And when a Gemini doesn't care about the way they look, the colors they bring out forward into this world, the way that they just own the vibrancy of their lives. Okay, that's when we need to know, okay, I need to sleep, I need to take care of myself, I need to slow this down. Or something is wrong, right? I need to talk with somebody, I need to connect. So just know that about you. Just know that you're like vibrant, beautiful. It's like the bee going from flower to flower to flower. You have an eye for beauty. You have an exuberant energy. You need that to shine. With the earth sign energy, okay, we can have a bit of difficulty grounding things during this time as well. We can have the abstract, that's going to come supernaturally to us. But the like finer way of doing things and running things and making things work, that's going to be harder for us. Like the day-to-day things that everybody does seemingly like easily, we're going to be like, man, how did you do that? So just be aware of that during this time. Seeing ourselves as prosperous, seeing ourselves as being able to nurture and expand the prosperity and the success that we want, that is going to be important. The Four of Pentacles, it's releasing toxicity, vampiric energy, nastiness, anger, hurt, pain, things that we have taken in, vibrational energy that we have taken in, especially from people who have stolen credit for what we have done, or who have, manipulated things in our lives to make us feel small and weak. We are releasing that, and we're also becoming very aware of that. Actually, from like this week onward, we're nobody's fool. Okay, there's a strength to us, Gemini, that is really quite beautiful. We're getting justice. We might actually see ourselves get justice, like in some sort of legal case, or in some sort of way that really helps to be like, wow, I got this, or like, wow, spirit really is on my side. But we're also finding a balance within ourselves. We're also finding a way to be like, well, that's not true for me. I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. Sometimes, some other signs are very good at saying, nope, I'm not going to do that. I don't like that. I'm moving forward this way. Gemini, we are more malleable. Actually, we are a mutable sign, so we are more malleable. We can blend in. We can go with the flow with things, and other signs can't. So embracing that within ourselves, saying, no, this is what I like. This is where I need to be. This is what's right for me. Our mutable selves is just beautiful in some situations, but not in all situations. And then it moves us to the Ace of Wands, our fire, our tenacity, our success, letting ourselves shine, but also knowing that when we let ourselves shine, people see the shine. Even though if we don't know right now this week that we're letting ourselves shine and we feel tired and we feel overwhelmed and we're so focused on our goals, people still see us shining with a certain level of happiness and contentment that they're jealous of. So they might put out that foot to try and trip us. So be aware of that. Our subconscious spirit message is the white swan. It says the power of divine grace is within you, and that is beautiful. The power of divine grace is within you, Gemini. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. This is rebirth. We are being reborn, and we're fighting it. We're like, no, 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 no more transformation. It's hard, and it's painful, and I'm overwhelmed. Be transformed. Let ourselves be like the butterfly. The butterfly, when it's in its cocoon and it's breaking out, it needs the pressure of that cocoon to make its wings able to fly. I don't know the science behind it, but I think that's amazing. So if you help the butterfly out of the cocoon, if you say, oh my gosh, you're struggling so much, butterfly, let me help you. I'll rip it open for you. You've just killed the butterfly. The butterfly will never fly because it needs that pressure on its wings. We need the pressure on our wings to help us fly. We do. We might not want it. Spirit doesn't care what we want. Seriously. Sometimes Spirit looks at us and it's like, that's not right for you. I'm going to change it. And we're like, no, but I'm comfortable. But in our soul, like we're screaming inside, but it's like, no, this is comfortable. This is safe. This is also what everybody else is doing. This is what I should be doing. And Spirit's like, no, you weren't meant to be like everybody else. You weren't. You weren't meant to be part of the herd. If you found this channel, you just weren't meant to be part of the herd. It's just not your thing. So let yourself embrace being different. Let yourself embrace being you. With rebirth, let yourself be reborn. Connect with the Earth Star chakra. We have a blockage there. We need to connect with the earth. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Be mindful that you're coming out of a tower time. A tower time does not need to be a horrific time, though for a lot of people it is. It's a very challenging time. You can see it, know it, but a tower time can also be a wonderful time, but it changes your world and it changes the way you see yourself in that world. So being aware of that is going to be super important here, Gemini, that you are coming out of a time where things fell apart. Your mind was blown. It's like, whoa, I never thought I could see my world this way. I never thought it could be like that. Or what the heck is going on here? It's kind of like those times where it almost seems like you're an observer of your life, slack-jawed, looking at things like, oh my gosh, how did it get to this point? So be mindful. We're coming out of a tower time. But when you're in a tower time, especially a really intense, powerful tower time, where you will see the most growth, right? The most leveling up in the video game of your life, it leaves a scar. It leaves a scar. And then we're always afraid, oh my gosh, is that going to happen again? And that's also one of the reasons why we're working so hard. And we don't see ourselves as successful, right? We don't see ourselves as the Queen of Pentacles. Because what if everything falls apart again? Show yourself some grace. Seriously, show yourself some grace for coming through such a challenging time and still being a magnificent human being. I mean, that's extraordinary. It moves us then to the 10 of Wands reverse. Hallelujah. It is the weight that we have been carrying on our shoulders that has been bowing us down, only letting us see the dirt on our shoes. We're like, no, I'm done with this. I mean, even if we're still carrying a heck of a lot, it's like, I want to see the sun. Like, I don't want to be just absolutely bogged down by this anymore. And so we let it go. We also are not carrying everybody else's load for them. We let it go and we see ourselves and we embrace our passion. We embrace our fire. We move ourselves forward and we're like, this is me. We start to create. We start to make a fire out of the wood that we've been carrying instead of just carrying it along with us because one day we might need it. It's like, no, either I use it now or I let it go. And that is us. It's like our spirit is like, okay, let's go. Let's go. I've been carrying this for way too long and the burden is just enough. I don't want it anymore. And we're going to see during this time, during this week, we might have a massive, purge, like a clean out, a declutter, a release, energy wise, spiritually, physically. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.